Teves and KidPhoenix podcast is now partnered with Dubby Energy. Dubby is an energy drink powder that is different from the energy providers of the past, using all natural energy from ripe coffee cherries to provide natural energy with no sugar, no calories, no artificial coloring, and no maltodextrin. Each serving of Dubby contains about 2 cups of coffee worth of caffeine, but since Dubby's formula is sugar-free, you get energy and focus without those anxious, jittery, or wired feelings. Just mix 1 rounded scoop with 8 ounces of water and you're good to go. Unlike energy in a can, you have the ability to control how much goes in. Want to take it a little easier? Drop in a little less powder. You're in control. Listeners to our podcast can receive 10% off their order by using promo code TEEBS at checkout. Try any one of Dubby's 15 unique flavors, including cherry blossom or Japanese soda today, and experience the difference.
Oh, I feel for my brother. Feel for my brother. The street life used to be on, straight up hustling till the break of dawn. Taught me how to do wrong right, everything inside. But somehow,
ladies and gentlemen, it is the Teves and KidPhoenix versus podcast. We're back in the studio. Well, I'm back anyway. KidPhoenix, I'm here. Teves is away on business, but the pod must roll on. And this past week was very special for those sports fans out there. Like, I know I'm bringing the jock to the room. I'm sorry. I got my baseball cap on, and it signifies that opening week was last week. March Madness was also this past weekend, but I don't really care about that because Villanova wasn't in it. None of the local teams that I follow were in it. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good off that. Baseball season is now upon us. It's not Wabbit season. It's not duck season. Not even Elmer season. It's baseball season. And to that effect, when Teves is away, the jock is going to play, because what's going to happen tonight is, or today when we're recording this podcast, I have assembled a collection of podcasters, local sports podcasters here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, who I talk to religiously about baseball, basketball, football, not so much hockey, but sometimes it's in there. I have a collection of 4 homeboys. As you can see, if you're seeing on the YouTube, there's African Americans on screen than you're probably used to, but it's all right. It's fine. We'll get through it together. It's fine. It's okay. I'm just going to go around.
I
I'm just
really
gonna go
love
around the
that.
room here. I'm going to start off with my good friends at the Best in the World podcast, Mr. Jonesey
Don't worry,
and
there's
Brown.
still
Gentlemen, how
plenty.
you doing?
There's still plenty.
Oh, I'm great.
It is all right. I'm happy.
Lots of
I'm
enthusiasm there,
honored to
Jonesy. Very
bring our
nice.
band
No, I
of
mean, we're this
discourse
far into
to
a
this
show without
podcast
JB
because
saying
I'm
anything
pretty
to piss me
sure,
off, so I'm doing great.
It's just a matter of time
Wait
before
for it.
Mike
We're only
Jones
2
says
minutes in.
something
We're only
wrong,
2.5
and I
minutes
have to
in. It's
correct
going
him.
to happen.
It just is what it is. Oh my God, way too long.
So, Brown, Jonesy, you've been podcasting
honestly,
together,
probably
Best in the
going
World, for how long
close
now?
to 5 years now. If not more than 5.
Wow.
Wow. Our
Jesus.
podcast took a couple different
We're before COVID by what?
couple
2
different
years?
iterations,
So,
couple different names before we settled on Jonesey and Brown. We've been calling our podcast the Jonesey and
it's
Brown
more
Show
than
for a couple
5.
of years now. So we've been,
yeah, it's more than 5.
it's been a
'cause
while.
The Sports Shop was 2016.
Oh, okay.
Sports Shop was 2017.
That sounds about right. While we're waiting real quick, next, so we have another Jay on this podcast. So we have Jonesy, we have John, and then we have a friend of mine that we've been friends since like before any of us really got together. I used to write for his independent site called Total Sports Live, and this gentleman was one of the first like real like writing jobs that I had like in the sports realm. Kind of led me to that, as well as writing for Liberty Ballers. Mr. Jovan Alford, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. Glad to be on with y'all talking something else other than sports. I'm so happy to be on the pod because I was going to hit
you're
you up.
still talking sports in a way, but there's just a nerdy element to this one now.
Yeah, we're not talking about the Sixers. Like you said, we're breaking down. We'll talk about it later, but
we'll get to the crux of this podcast in a minute.
Yeah, definitely. But glad to be on with y'all.
So, Jovan, what have you been doing since Total Sports Live kind of not necessarily like went under, but like you've evolved to do like different things now?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of different things. It's been a maze of stuff. I've DraftKings, Sporting News,
Yeah,
fan
you're
sided.
doing like a gambling thing for a while where like
Yeah.
you won me a lot of straight cash, homie. So I just want to thank you for that. My bank account
We've all
thanks you.
profited.
Listen, black excellence. We help each other. That's what it is. Last but not least, a gentleman that I haven't known as long as the other three on the panel here, but at the same time, Roy Burton. What can I say about Roy that doesn't make me angry? Like the fact that he's a what was you're a Chelsea fan, right?
I am Chelsea fan.
Yes. So that automatically makes me upset, as he knows, because I'm a Liverpool supporter.
This is true. But hey, look, listen, we were the two, or I guess I preceded you, or you followed me as the senior black correspondent at Liberty Ball.
Yes, I did.
Know, yeah. So I mean, like that's we got that bond between us.
Yeah. It's the complexion that bonds us all, is what it is. So now that I've introduced everybody, this is what we're doing for opening week for baseball. This is what's going to happen. We gave homework. I gave homework, as I always do. And the assignment today was to take a piece of IP. It could be anything they wanted. It could have been like Marvel, Avengers, DC, the just Spider-Man's rogue gallery, whatever, and create a 9-person, keyword there, person, baseball team. All 9 positions plus pitcher, and assign a manager to your team. So we're going to get going with that. We're going to get that started. And I think I'll just start on the top left with John Brown there. And John,
okay.
why don't you tell the people which IP you decided to draw from? Because number one, I'm extremely excited, and number two, I'm curious as to how you put this team together. And what's going to happen is we're all going to go. We're going to say who's on our team, and then we're just going to discuss and have discourse. So like the whole team, and then that's it. We're not going like position by position, and then just like give your thoughts on like why you chose certain Transformers or whatever you picked as your from your roster.
Well, my team is more than meets the eye.
Oh God!
Come on.
Walked right into that one.
It didn't take long.
I chose Transformers Generation 1. I wanted to make sure that I made sure that I chose Generation 1. So there'll be no Ultra Magnus on this team. There'll be no Rodimus Prime or Hot Rod. Neither of them are on my team. No Cup, no Wheelie,
no Headmasters.
Blur.
No Headmasters.
No Headmasters. No
RC.
Yes, no RC. None of them. No, this is strictly Generation 1. Now, also,
what did you do with the Dinobots?
Patience.
That's an
brother.
interesting question.
Patience. However, I strictly Autobots.
Okay, that was going to be my next question.
Ooh, I went team unity. I didn't need my dugout man, just going to war.
You don't need Starscream fucking up the works.
Exactly. I don't need Starscream and Megatron and Shockwave, causing problems. So I went with all Autobots from Transformers Generation 1.
Okay, so Autobots only.
Now, also, because I gave my team a batting order, so I'm going to read off my team in the batting order.
I would just like to point out that only some of us did batting orders, by the way.
My leadoff hitter, my all-time favorite Autobot, my all-time favorite Transformer, the yellow Lambo Sunstreaker in center field. Sunstreaker is my leadoff hitter because I need speed, I need style, I need flash, and that is him.
All accurate.
Coming up behind him is his road buddy, the red Lambo sideswipe in left field. Now,
Okay.
batting third. Shout out to Jonesy because he asked, is my designated hitter Grimlock?
Nice.
Grimlock is my designated hitter. He is batting third, followed by my cleanup hitter, first baseman, Ironhide.
That's solid.
Now,
I like Ironhide in the cleanup.
yes.
He's
yes,
first base.
One second before we do this. Do we save our comments until the end?
We'll try.
Okay, all right. That's fair.
I'm treating it like a commencement address, and like
I want to make notes. I'll make notes. So all right.
yeah, when you know how like when a graduation starts and like the principal or the dean or whatever is just like, please hold applause to the end.
Yeah.
And no one ever does.
No one follows that rules. Yeah, we're gonna try.
Does.
Okay.
No one ever does.
Okay.
All right. Batting.
So we left off with Ironhide batting fourth, playing first.
Ironhide, first base. Batting fifth is my catcher. The leader on the field is Jazz.
Ooh,
Interesting.
Batting behind him at sixth at shortstop is Cliff Jumper.
I like that.
That's good. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Batting seventh at third base is Mirage. Batting eighth in right field is Hound. Batting ninth, the bottom of the lineup.
A lot of Hound love on this podcast.
Mm-hmm. Bottom of the at the bottom of my lineup, my second baseman, Bumblebee. My pitcher, the Boombox Blaster.
Oh,
obviously,
nice. I like that.
Obviously, my manager is Optimus Prime.
Of course. I mean, come on.
Of course, my manager would be Optimus Prime. That is the team. There's no need to read the rest of other people's teams. You know, I got the best once again.
I'm surprised you didn't have Prime on the field. I get him as your manager, but I'm a little surprised you didn't put Prime on the field anywhere.
Honestly, so am I.
Got a hit. Yeah, Prime got a hit.
So that's an interesting question. John, why Optimus on the bench instead of in the field? Like, is it a size issue?
I think it was a size issue. Dragging that trailer all over the field was going to be is going to be cumbersome.
That's fair.
And I just feel like his leadership is best in the dugout, just plotting and just, you know, being the supervisor, just being a manager, making the decisions. I think he's got a strong enough team. I feel like we got our power bats in the middle of the lineup with Grimlock, Ironhide, and Jazz. I think we got a lot of speed. We're going to, we're going to, the bottom of my lineup are guys that can get on base too. So a lot of RBIs, a lot of runs scored by this team.
So here's something that I noted, like right off rip. Okay, your second base shortstop, like up the middle, Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper.
Yes,
I don't know, man. Seems kind of small. I don't know.
A little short.
A little short. I don't know what kind of range you're working with there. That's something I would have concern with.
He was never the fastest either. Like, he was quick, but he was never the fastest. So range might be concerned with Bumblebee.
Not the fastest, but I do feel like they're probably the most agile and can probably cover the most space. I was looking for agility at the second baseman and shortstop. That's kind of where I lean towards those two.
Now, I don't know if you noticed. I'll pose this to the group. I'll start with Jovan. Like something else that I liked about John's lineup and where his positions and stuff like that. So he has Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper at second base and shortstop, but then he also has Sideswipe and Sunstreaker in the outfield. So I kind of like the idea of the like cohesion, right? Two Transformers that are really familiar with each other that can like really kind of play off each other.
Yeah, no, I like.
There shouldn't be communication issues in the field.
There definitely should not be. No, absolutely
there shouldn't be. And once again, and I think that also speaks to not having any Decepticons on the team because I need a team that's going to get along. I need a team that's going to be able to communicate. You know, this is a team that comes up together that is used to playing with one another. So they know each other. They know how everybody works. Everybody's cool with one another. And, you know, and at that, you know, it's pretty much, it's a lock for me, you know. I want to thank you guys for coming out. It's a great time. Thanks for having me on the team.
The Larry Bird. Who's coming in second?
Who's coming in second? Yeah, exactly.
Here's one question I will have. I love your team, John. One question I do have is, had you gone the Decepticon route, right? Would you have put all 5 Constructicons in the lineup?
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Because you're literally giving up 5 positions to do that.
Right.
I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could, because that's taking a lot. Giving all 5 Constructicons, I would probably I would consider maybe all 3 Insecticons, but maybe
that's probably better.
But I don't know about all 5
outfield.
Constructicons. That's taking a lot of people off the field. You put all 5 in, then because I guess you'd have to probably choose between Starscream, Skywarp, and Thundercracker. You might not be able to have all 3.
I want no parts of Starscream on any organized team whatsoever.
No Starscream?
That just leads me to one final question, like just related to like Transformers, like in general. Like we had the Constructicons, but does anybody remember and like enjoy like the other combinables, like there's the Stunticons, there were the aerial bots, the Protectobots. Like, what was everybody's opinion on that?
Everybody was fugazi. Everybody else it was the Constructicons and everybody.
After the Constructicons, they all felt like you're not the Constructicons. You're just the gimmick.
Exactly.
Bunch of big robots that were not Devastator. That's what it was. To me, I always liked the fact, and I thought it was cool at the beginning, that the Autobots did not at first come back with a combinable.
They didn't need one, exactly.
They had the Dinobots, and the Dinobots weren't combinables. They just destroyed.
Grimlock just came in and did work.
They just wrecked shop. They just did work.
Exactly. You didn't need that. But then they Hasbro had to go and mess it up because they had to sell more toys.
You gotta get that money. Gotta get that bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right.
I did like some
Jonesy.
of the extra ones though. Like what was the big space station that turned into the whole one singular robot? What was
Omega Supreme?
Omega Supreme.
Yeah, Omega Supreme. I was an Omega Supreme fan.
Okay, true or false? If you had that one friend with Omega Supreme, he was like king of the block.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you had Omega Supreme or Metroplex, like you were like that dude. Like you were that dude.
Metroplex. Now, I will admit,
I may or may not have had both.
Okay,
wow.
all right.
Okay, Jonesy coming from rich stock over there.
Exactly.
Okay, Richie Rich.
Damn.
First of all, you have to
like that.
See, first of all, you have to make sure that he really did have it. Because, we all had that one friend that said he had all the Transformers, but he couldn't bring them outside, Like,
no, everybody played with my Transformers.
It's like that one friend, like, I got all the Transformers and all the G.I. Joes. Why don't you bring them outside so we can play? Nah, my dad won't let me.
Man, they gotta stay in the box.
They gotta stay inside.
Exactly.
I had the Transformers, and my boy Jimmy, he had the G.I. Joes and the Sega Genesis.
Damn.
So between the two of us, we were going in.
Y'all had the toys in a lot.
All right, let's move on to the next roster. We're going to go with Jovan next. And Jovan, why don't you tell the people where you're drawing your roster from?
So for my roster, I went with the Avengers.
Classic.
Went classic. I thought West Coast Avengers. I thought Great Lakes Avengers, but that'd have been like two in the weeds.
Yo, I would have been extremely impressed if you specialized West Coast Avengers, but all right.
Yeah, I would have been deep into the.
I was this close going Doorman, but we're going Doorman.
Wow. All right, let's hear that roster. If you have a batting order, feel free. If you don't, it's totally fine. We don't celebrate, nor do we like. If you're an overachiever, that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to be. It's fine.
Yeah, no
batting order for the Avengers. That's quite all right.
So first base / DH, I went with Thor. I know his defense is going to be His defense is not going to be great, but offensively, he got the hammer and he got Monier. He's going to be hitting home runs out of that first base spot.
Yeah, no argument there.
Okay.
Second base, I go Captain America, but I'm going Sam Wilson, not Steve Rogers. Captain America.
For the culture.
Yes. Shortstop, I'm going Black Panther as shortstop.
Okay.
Good range.
Good range.
Third base, I went with Ant-Man. I just felt like Scott Lang just gives me third baseman type of
Interesting
vibe.
choice.
I thought of Alec Bohm when I was thinking of Scott Lang. I don't know why. It just
I can see it. You may lack a little pop, but
I can see it. Yeah.
they're shrinking and everything. Like he's all there. Outfield, I went with Captain Marvel in the outfield. I got Captain Marvel playing one of the corner outfield spots.
Got it.
In center, I have Spider-Man playing center field just because, come on, the web swing and everything like that.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Natural.
Yeah.
And then, as we talked about with Synergy, playing next to him in the outfield, I got Iron Man playing right there next to him. So you got that synergy.
Okay.
Catcher, I got the Hulk. I'm not really in love with it, but you know, if somebody want to come run up against the plate, somebody on the Autobots, like they getting crushed.
All right. Who's your pitcher?
Pitcher, we're going Doctor Strange at pitcher.
Ooh, good one.
Damn, that's good.
He can do the
That's
spell,
That's
swing
good.
ring.
That's good.
You see the pitch, you don't see it anymore. And then for my manager, I got Nick Fury as my manager.
Lot of for the culture picks here. All right. Initial
That's
thoughts
nice.
about Jovan's assembled team. See what I did there? Avengers assembled. Never mind.
Will Spider-Man be able to use his webs to catch balls? Does he have to just use the glove?
I'm gonna leave that up for discussion.
so
Because nothing.
Super reflexes. He could just catch. He stuff.
He does have the spider sense. That is true.
Yeah.
but I say it depends on what version of Spider-Man we're talking about.
Also true.
If it's the Spider-Man who can shoot the webs out of his body, or is it a Spider-Man that has web shooters? Web shooters feel like it's cheating the game. But if the webs are coming out his body, that's just him playing defense.
True. Okay.
That's a good point. Okay.
So let's just so this is Jovan with or without web shooters.
I'm going without the web shooters because I mean that's
you're going straight out of the body. You're going Tobey Maguire style.
and we're probably getting that with Tom Holland this summer. So come on,
Yeah. Finally. Okay, here's one thought that I had, and I'll pose this to the group. I love the Ant-Man at third pick. Just because big, small, Scott Lang can do a lot of things. Like, nobody's getting a hot shot past third with Ant-Man standing there. Like, forget it. Like, it's just not going to happen. And then, honestly, I like the Nick Fury as the manager, but I honestly thought that you would put Iron Man there.
I contemplated it, and when I look back over it, I was like, I could have put Iron Man there, but then there's like other people that I didn't have on my list that were like they just missed the cut. Like I also thought Loki could have been an interesting option on this team.
Loki would have been an interesting one.
Loki's
a hero now too, so
but
that would have qualified.
But he's holding the timelines together and stuff. So yeah,
he's kind of busy. Yeah, I get it.
Kind of busy. War Machine was also under consideration too. But we're talking Don Cheadle's War Machine, not Terrence Howard. But
also seems kind of redundant with Iron Man there.
Yeah, you probably need both.
Yeah,
could have replaced him with Hulk if I wanted to put War Machine at catcher, probably. So
Doctor Strange's pitchers like that. That's elite.
Yeah,
that's really good.
Level.
Right
That's
really
elite
good.
level.
Yeah, exactly. That's a stroke of genius right there.
I got a question though. I hate to be anti-culture, but
go ahead, Roy.
Sam Wilson over Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers has superhuman abilities.
Listen, on this podcast, our Captain America is Sam Wilson. Okay,
I'm just saying.
Steve Rogers doesn't exist in this universe yet.
and Tees would agree if he was here.
So could you have gone with Red Hulk also? Would you have gone with Red Hulk over Green Hulk?
Red Hulk's unstable.
Yeah. I wouldn't. Nope.
Yeah, I don't know if I do that.
That's the other question I have.
That's a wild card.
I do have a question.
Yeah. Go ahead,
with
Josie.
Hulk, So your catcher is Hulk. What are the chances? A, you can keep him from getting ejected every game. B, you can get him to display any kind of plate discipline.
Yeah.
Like, I have questions about the Hulk.
So
I mean, if Scarlet Witch was there, then Black Widow was there, then maybe it could have kept him in check a little bit.
yeah, you would have to waste manager on Black Widow then.
Yeah.
If y'all are looking for like a deep comics cut, like Jovan could have been real specific and said Gray Hulk.
Yeah.
Gray Hulk
True.
is the more intelligent version, or like
And
the
the
more
MCU did give you that version as well, where he was kind of blended Banner Hulk versions.
basically what you're seeing from Mark Ruffalo now, the blended
Right.
Green
It's the
Hulk that
Gray
he has
Hulk.
now. That's essentially Gray Hulk.
Who was less strong.
Anybody think that like Black Panther at shortstop, like either A, doesn't fit, or B, kind of a throwaway? I feel
like
he
the
was-
speed. I like the speed. Once again, the speed and agility. You
Good
need
agility,
somebody down
good
there who can make
reflexes.
plays.
Okay.
Yes.
Cat-like reflexes, change directions, so I can
synergy
see
with
it.
Sam Wilson. I like. Okay, now I'm starting to see it. Now I'm seeing the vision. Now I get it. I got it. I can't. So I hate to be the person that does this, but like John, you shut things down, but I think Jovan just opened it back up. Sorry,
Oh boy. Okay. All right.
Jovan. Like you, grand closing, grand opening. Yeah, Jovan just kicked the door in. Like I'm sorry.
Oh boy. Okay.
But we still have 3 more rosters to go. We'll just see about this. Jonesy has an interesting one, so I'll let him take the reins here.
Okay, so I went from the Dragon Ball universe.
Oh, here we go.
And here's
Somebody
the thing.
had to do anime. Somebody had to do Dragon Ball or One Piece or something.
Had to. I understand, specifically in Dragon Ball, everybody's really almost overpowered compared to anything else. So because of that, I only use 2 Saiyans in my lineup.
Okay, I like challenging yourself. I like this.
So batting leadoff at second base
He has a
from
lineup.
from Universe 11, Dispo, the super speed. That's the leadoff.
I like that already.
Number 2 from Universe 2, the Yard Rat Jamizu, playing shortstop.
All right, so Jamiza at short.
So I got a Yard Rat and a Super Speed Warrior at second and shortstop.
Shit,
And they're
I like
batting
this
first
already.
and second.
I like this already.
Number 3, my starting pitcher / DH is batting third. He's basically Otani.
You got an Otani, okay?
He's basically Otani. He's batting third, Goku.
I mean,
Ultra,
come on. Yeah.
Ultra Instinct, he could do it all. Batting fourth, simply because he has to follow Goku for everything. Vegeta playing first base.
I mean, come on. It's not a team unless Vegeta's on it.
The catcher batting fifth, Majin Buu.
Oh,
He's got the bulk. He can handle contact at the plate. The super stretchy arms. Nothing gets by him. No wild pitches.
Where do
So
you have
Majin
where do you
Buu's
have-
behind the plate.
Okay.
he has Majin Buu at catcher,
Then where do you have Vegeta?
first base.
First base.
First base. Okay.
All right.
Damn,
So
damn. Goku, Vegeta, and Majin Buu at 3,
That is
4,
that,
5.
that-
That's
that's a hell of a minute.
murderer's row,
Yeah.
man. God damn. Okay.
playing third base and batting sixth, Android 18.
Okay. I was wondering which android you would use.
I'm using 18. I mean, I think the attributes of 18 speak for themselves.
Obviously, but we can get into that when we have the discussion.
Adding seventh, playing center field, Piccolo.
That's a clear culture pick, but I like it.
It's a culture pick, but I also figured playing center field, he can both fly and stretch his arms. He's getting to near everything.
Yep.
Then in batting
So you have
eighth,
left and right.
batting eighth in right field, I'm gonna give you Krillin.
I was wondering where he would show up.
Yes. He's got a super small strike zone. He's gonna be
He doesn't
tough
have
out.
a strike zone. What are you talking about?
Exactly. He's gonna be a tough guy to get out. You can hide up like in the corner outfield, and just to give other teams a chance. Batting ninth in left field, I got Yamcha.
I was hoping he would make the squad.
I got Yamcha, but batting ninth and it'll play in left field.
Okay. Is your manager indeed Mr. Popo?
I thought about that.
Damn it. Okay.
I was really debating. It was gonna be Popo, but I decided to go with Roshi.
I like that. Master Roshi. I like that.
Master Roshi.
I like that a lot better.
He's got an experience training people, improving people's technique. I had to go Roshi.
Okay. Right off rip. You have the murderers row 3, 4, 5, but I don't know. How are you going to control Vegeta always wanting to one-up Goku for whatever reason?
I plan on using that to my advantage. That's why I have him batting behind
I feel
Goku.
like there might be a chemistry issue there. That's fine. Now, my other question is also about Goku. Which Saiyan level Goku are we talking here? Just regular vanilla ass Goku, or are we talking like Super Saiyan 4 or whatever he's at now?
Me being me, I want to go Goku to the ultimate level.
Okay.
But yeah, why not?
We can listen. We can split the difference. Super Saiyan 2. We can split the difference.
Okay, Super Saiyan 2. That seems fair. He's overpowered, but not planet destroying. That actually is planet destroying too. But you know what I mean. They did go so far. It wouldn't be fair if we're talking where they'd have him now.
So Roy, I noticed that Jonesy limited himself to 2 Saiyans, but then he only went with like 1 android. You find that interesting?
No, that's the thing. It's like you can, if you really kind of want to go crazy on these kind of things, like you can kind of go crazy. Like you can't like I'm not gonna pick like 9 Omega level mutants, right? You gotta kind of like build a baseball team that kind of like fits together and not go crazy with it. So yeah,
that's fair. And Jovan, Majin Buu at catcher, I think that's kind of like one of the more underrated picks in that whole DBZ universe. Like after the last. There was a feature film he was in. At least I believe it was a feature film, and it just blew my mind, like what they did with that character.
Yeah, no, I love the Majin Buu selection, but I do have a question though on the lineup.
State your question.
I know because you was limited to 2 Saiyans, but did you were under your consideration was Trunks or Gohan under consideration?
Ooh, yeah. I was wondering that as
Gohan
well.
was absolutely under consideration instead of Vegeta. Because I thought there might have him and Gohan and his father that they like to work together and might have created better team chemistry. I definitely considered that, but I just had to have Vegeta following Goku.
Yeah. I also think that I think from a chemistry standpoint, father and son works a lot better. But to Jonesy's point, I think you can use that always wanting to one up another. I think you can use that to your advantage in the right situation.
Right, a friendly competition.
Right. All right. Any final thoughts about Jonesy's crew? So I love the Yamcha Krillin corner outfielders. I think that's a genius move by Jonesy. So I just need to say props to him for that. And then of course Piccolo for the culture. Like I really like your infield. I got to say, Dispo, Jamisa, and then Majin. Like you're up the middle is like really solid. Like catcher, second, short, center field. Like it's really solid.
Oh, I put some thought into where I placed those guys.
Apparently. All right, moving.
Tien is somewhere so sad that he was not picked.
Yeah.
And Krillin get the nod.
Did you think about Frieza at all?
I did. I did think about Frieza.
Major chemistry issues, though.
Major chemistry issues. He's a guy you just can't trust. Like, in the big moments, who knows what he's going to do.
Mhm.
He might, sell the team out for a bribe, anything.
Yeah. Did you also consider anyone from the Ginyu Force? That is a deep cut, I know.
The Ginyu Force, you can't really use the Ginyu because they're going to show up wanting to pose instead of really get the job done.
Can you imagine? Hold on, no. Can you imagine those bat flips though?
The bat flips would be crazy, but they'd probably walk up, try to flip the bat before they ever took a swing.
That's true.
Next thing you know, they're out.
Okay, moving on to Roy. All right, Roy. I don't want to spoil too much, but Jovan had like a prime grouping here. You have the other prime grouping. The folks, the listeners of the pod, they're gonna need you to come correct, my dude.
It's all good. Again, I'm trying to put together a baseball team, a team that, kind of, no, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying, like, trying to put together a baseball team with, skills that complement each other. We're playing offense and we're playing defense. A lot of these picks are defense oriented. We'll get to that in a second. I kind of threw together a lineup real quick since those other guys had to show out and kind of do extra homework.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
So I threw together a quick lineup. So starting off shortstop, I will start off with Nightcrawler. Of course, super agile, can transport himself up to 2 miles. Automatic run. As soon as he gets on base, he's an automatic run basically. So shortstop, leadoff. I got Nightcrawler. Batting second baseman. I got Beast, super agile, again, super strong, super speed. Nice double play combo with him and Nightcrawler. Of course, and he's like a manager on the field as well. So you got a little intellect.
Oh, you got that too,
as well.
Right?
Yeah. So you got Beast and Nightcrawler up the middle. Batting third in right field, I have Rogue, super strong, super fast. She can fly. So obviously we have some excellent outfield coverage, and she can steal other people's abilities. So if somebody else is kind of on the other team is kind of giving us that work. Rogue can come in, steal their power, leave them powerless. So again, you got Rogue batting.
I didn't even think of that.
You got Rogue batting third. You got first base. First base batting fourth. You got to go old school, right? You give me that big classic slugger. Give me Colossus, right?
Yes.
Give me Colossus at first base, hitting the ball like 7,000 feet. He's my first baseman. Left field. I went a little different here. I went Emma Frost. All right. Okay. So she can, mind control. She can alter perceptions. She's incapable of paralysis and mental pain and things like that. Again, very defensive, with this pick. And she can also.
She can get Dr. Strange to throw the pitch she wants.
Exactly. And she can boost other mutants' powers. So she's there to boost everybody else's powers on my team. So that's just an added boost on that team, having her in left field. Center field, again, we're going heavy defense here. You got to go Storm, right? She can fly, control the weather, control the wind, humidity, atmosphere. She can freeze objects. No ball is getting out of the park, when Storm.
Not a single one.
When Storm's in center field. So we got Storm in center field. I went deep cut here on catcher. Very deep cut, old school X-Man. I went with Mimic. I don't know if anybody knows Mimic.
I know Mimic. Are you kidding me? I know Mimic.
All right, so Mimic can replicate the powers of basically anybody else on the team and the opponents if we're playing some mutants. So again, if I want to kind of have 2 Storms out there or 2 Colossus or 2 Rogues or whatever, boom, Mimic's that jack of all trades. I have Mimic as catcher. Third base, can't have a team without Wolverine, right? Wolverine, again, elite agility.
I mean,
you can, but it's Wolverine. I mean, he is what he is. Elite
agility.
Listen,
that'll just lead me into my rant about Wolverine being the most overrated X-Men in the history of comics.
Oh man, we might have to fight. Like, this podcast is over now. We might have to fight.
Listen, there's a reason why X-Men 97 is better than the originals, because they center the story around Cyclops. Cyclops is interesting.
Cyclops is a very tortured soul, but we'll get to that at another point. So third base, Wolverine, again, agility, reflexes, strength, all that good stuff. DH pitcher, again, I went a little bit off the grid here. I went with North Star, former Alpha
nice.
member, former now current, well, was an X-Men at some point. He could literally move at the speed of light. So I mean, like, he is the pitcher / DH I think the world needs in this. Nobody's nobody's going to hit a guy who's throwing at basically the speed of light. And at manager, I had to get somebody with high level intellect, high level strategy.
Just
had
say
to go.
it.
No. Had to go
choice.
Magneto. Had to go Magneto.
Magneto.
Magnetism.
Oh, you went Magnus.
Master strategist. He gives no quarters. Charles Xavier is a sucker. Magneto is not a sucker.
Hot take. God damn.
And I can't have any. I leaving runs on the field. I'm sorry, Magneto.
Wow.
That is my manager. That's my team.
God.
Xavier catching strays.
My
Oh,
God.
he's got direct shots from Magneto. Direct ones.
So
Okay. So Roy went old school, like deep cuts, like several, and I appreciate that. I actually had a deep cut name for an X-Men squad if I were putting together an X-Men squad, and that mutant is Long Shot.
Ooh, okay. I like long shot. I like long shot.
Long Shot would have been like my cleanup hitter or something like that. But
Okay.
the team that you've outside of Wolverine, which we can fight about that later. I have no aversions to any of your other teammates. Like Colossus batting cleanup at like
Yeah, got to. Yeah.
That just makes too much sense.
Yeah.
I actually did have two thoughts about your roster.
Okay, Jonesy.
One, you have Rogue playing in the outfield, where I would think if you want to take advantage of her ability to steal people's power, you'd have her playing somewhere on one of the bases where she can tag runners.
Yeah, I thought about that. I thought about having her at first, kind of moving some things around. Yeah. Yeah, I thought about
never
that.
Get past
I
first base.
was
He hit
more
you with
thinking
the
about the outfield.
hidden ball
but,
trick every
yeah.
time.
So that was the one thought.
That's a good point.
And the other thought why not use Jean Grey as your starting pitcher? Telekinesis and telepathy, I could confuse the pitcher and manipulate the pitch.
I see where he was going with North Star, though.
I do. But Jean Grey to me seemed the obvious choice for pitcher.
Yeah, Jean was literally the first person out. Like, she was like the first person out because, like you said, she's a telekinetic. She can create illusions. Like, it was a little bit duplicative with Emma Frost. That's why I took her off. But yeah, okay. Jean was the next one up. Like, Jean, like if I had one more pick, Jean definitely would have been on there for sure.
Roy's out here trying to be fair. I would also like to point. So again, solid up the middle work with Nightcrawler and Beast. Like I'm seeing a trend here, and it's probably going to continue depending on who I pick. Mimic at catcher, more solid up the middle, and then Storm in center. Just like I like now. Jonesy and to a lesser extent Jovan went more offense first. Why the decision to stick to more defense first?
Because I guess just the nature of what you kind of posed to us. You were like, all right, we have take the IP and take a bunch of super teams. So I assumed like, all right, all of our teams would be playing each other in this. So okay, that's true. All right. Well, if I'm playing John's team, all right, well, give me Magneto, right? If I'm playing somebody who, like, if I'm playing, some other team, all right, well, give me an Emma Frost who can kind of, alter, have mind control. So it's basically like whatever team I'd be faced on playing, I have somebody to kind of counteract some of the stars on that team. Or if somebody if somebody on Dragon Ball Z is giving us that work, all right, well, Rogue can just take their powers, So that was the thought. That was the way I approached it.
I also like the team construction here, where it's just like there's a little bit of everything. It's not like all blasters. It's not like you have Cyclops and you have Havoc and you have Polaris. It's just like it's really well rounded. Like there's a lot of people that can do a lot of different things.
Yeah. And again, like that's why I threw Mimic in there too. It's like, all right, well, if I need 2 of something or whatever like that, then you throw that in there. There's a little wild card. So yeah. I told you I spent like hours thinking about this. you put it on the group chat, and I'm sitting here like 2:00 in the morning one time. I'm like, man, like what? It's like it'd be great, man. Like Storm in center field. Like seriously, I thought about this for hours.
No thoughts of Bobby Drake at all.
I thought about, but where would you put him? I thought about him obviously because he's super powerful, but I didn't know where to put him.
Good point.
He'd have to go into
I thought
outfields.
about him. I thought about Gambit, obviously because he throws, kinetic energy and things like that. I just didn't know where to put him. I mean, you could put Gambit as a pitcher, but there's way better pitchers.
There's way better
Bobby
pitchers in
Drake
the
would
X-Men
have
universe.
Quicksilver just missed the cut.
Quicksilver. I was wondering.
Quicksilver could be
I do
a good
like the
leadoff
Nightcrawler
guy.
over Quicksilver though. Like,
yeah.
I figured shortstop was going to be one or the other.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Are we ready for mine?
if you're going to make a schedule, I'm just going to put it out there. Like, if you need to start with Jovan's team versus Roy's team. I need X-Men versus the Avengers.
Yeah, we need to
in
see
the
that.
very first round.
Let's do
We
it.
need
Let's do it.
We need to see that in movie theaters, done correctly. Apparently, no Robert Downey Jr. Like, let's just do it. Listen, as long as the MCU gets this X-Men movie right, like, I'm fine. But if they fail with the X-Men movie, like, we're done. We're done here. It's like, MCU might just be cooked if the X-Men movie sucks. Teves and I have said this on the podcast millions of times.
Do you trust Disney to handle the X-Men though?
So I trust them from this perspective. Think that the Bryan Singer X-Men, it's legendary to the extent where it's just like, it's the first real X-Men movie we got. There's all that history there. But I do appreciate Disney's willingness to draw a little bit more from the source material as far as like stories and like costuming. Like, we're not going to get like all black X-Men. We're getting traditional suited X-Men.
Yellow and blue.
Yellow and blue or whatever. One thing I will say is there are certain storylines or certain arcs that we don't need to do those again. We don't need the Apocalypse storyline. We don't need the Dark Phoenix or any part of the Phoenix saga. Like, we don't do it. Like, it's been done and redone. The best versions of which came with the original X-Men cartoons. Those are perfect. You're not going to do any better than that. I mean, I hope this Apocalypse arc that they're running in X-Men 97, like, I hope it's going to be good, but at the same time, yeah. Also, hot take, X-Men Days of Future Past, best X-Men movie, period, end of sentence.
Let me say the first class and Days of Future Past are really good. I think those two were really good.
They were really good.
Yeah.
First class was better than it had any business being.
Yeah. First class had no business being.
I really did like First Class a lot.
Yeah. First class was good.
All right. I guess we'll round out with my group. Because I'm a slave to social media and big hashtag, I went with heroes from the Invincible
you went
universe.
Heroes.
Strictly heroes.
Okay.
Strictly heroes.
There you go.
I do not have a lineup, but some of the things that I did are really interesting because, again, I had to limit myself to heroes, but I worked it out. So at catcher, I have the leaders. I have the leader of the Guardians. I have the Immortal.
Okay.
At first base, for the culture, I went with Black Samson.
All right.
Second base and short. I went with the Mauler twins. So good chemistry, good cohesion.
Yeah.
Third base, DH. I limited myself to one Viltrumite, and this is the one that I took. I went with Mark Grayson over Omni-Man.
Wait.
Because Mark Grayson,
okay.
I feel like Mark Grayson, he's a little bit more level-headed than Omni-Man. Here's where it gets funny. In left field, center field, and right field, I have Duplicate. Kate with a K.
Playing all three.
That's right, because Duplicate can make copies of herself. So I said, you know what? Perfect. And then pitching, I have Adam Eve. Similar to like the Doctor Strange style, like she can create different things, different illusions, different constructs, and like if she wants to fire a pitch from like an RPG, she could make that happen. And my manager, there was no chance I was going Cecil. No chance whatsoever. Not a fucking chance in hell. Omni-Man, no. Can't have that. My manager, I went with Debbie Grayson. So My thought process there is that Debbie Grayson is going to have like the heart. She's going to be able to like fire the teams up, give those like inspirational speeches without like the wording of we got to go to war and we got to beat these guys' asses and all like that. No, she'll be nice. She'll keep everybody level headed. You got to have somebody there to keep the Mauler twins and Invincible from like beating the shit out of each other. You got to have somebody to keep the Immortal from beating Invincible's ass because, you know, the Immortal still has all those like dormant feelings about Omni-Man, because he took out all the Guardians. Like you gotta have that. I went with chemistry. I may not hit a whole lot out. I may not score a lot, but with Duplicate in the outfield, I can prevent a lot of stuff.
So Duplicate, her defensive ability makes up for what she might lack in a little bit of pop at the plate.
Yes.
I'll give you that.
Duplicate is like Duplicate may hit just above the Mendoza line, but I'm fine with that.
Yeah, because defensive run saved. Yeah, you know, you're good on that.
Her defensive war is going to be astronomical that way.
Yeah.
And you said, Adam Eve was your pitcher?
Yes, I did.
Oh, pitcher, good. Yeah, okay. I thought you said catcher. Okay. Pitcher is, pitchers.
The Immortal is my catcher.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
I like the Eve as the pitcher move a lot.
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, you can't hit that. I mean, you know.
I thought about putting Bulletproof somewhere, but again, I just couldn't find a place to put him.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about Rexploder for a second, but like he seems like too much of a hothead, and I can't have somebody literally blowing my team up, both literally and in like figurative means. And then I thought about Darkwing too, but that didn't happen either.
For defensive purposes, did you give any consideration to Shapesmith?
I thought about Shapesmith as catcher because if anything goes wild with like Adam Eve, Shapeshift can be there to kind of like help block the plate and just make sure that those like balls in the dirt don't go to the backstop. Right. I thought about that, but I went with size. I went with a little bit more traditional size and power at my catcher position because outside of Mark Grayson, like I don't have the kind of superior pop that, for example, like Jonesy or like Jovan has. So I concentrated a little bit more, just like Roy. I concentrated a little bit more on chemistry and defense.
So
then just get those runs. I may not win a whole lot of like 12 to 10 games, but I'll win a lot of like 1 and 2-0 games. That's for sure.
So if you were to put the X-Men versus the Avengers in the first game, there are 2 other teams left for you. Who do you think your team best matches up with?
So here's the thing. There are 5 of us. Can we come to a consensus who the number 1 seed would be? They would get the first round. They would get the bye.
Well, no, we cannot. Because everyone's going to say,
okay, never mind. So I guess I guess we do like a pool kind of a deal. Like everybody plays each other once.
Everybody plays each other
like a round robin.
Home and home. Yeah. Round and round, home and home, round robins. Yeah.
Home and home, round robins, and then whoever comes in 5th is eliminated from one-offs.
Right.
And then it'd just be 2 and 2. Yeah, I like that. That's perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't have to go head and head. We'll all play each other. And we're gonna make this. We're gonna do this democratically.
Here's the thing. Yeah, either post it somewhere, have somebody completely unbiased just look at the rosters and just make calls. No, seriously,
I can do that. But I would be silly if I didn't try to like put all of these on social media and like show everybody like what teams we came up with and just like have the people vote. Very democratic.
Yes.
So that's it. Those are our teams. That's the podcast. Jonesy and Brown. We'll start shout outs with you and just be like, all right, where can people listen to you and find your stuff and cut your promo.
All right, so you can catch us Best in the World Sports podcast. We got to get back to work, but more coming soon. And starting May 1st, We will be regularly every week, most likely Wednesday nights on Wednesdays on Sirius XM 141 HUR.
Wait,
Nice.
you guys are on satellite now? What the
Nice.
fuck? When were you going to tell me?
Yeah. Damn it. Haha. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been
Yeah, I
doing
knew.
Sirius, getting close to a year.
Damn, you're getting that serious check? God damn.
Yeah, we getting that serious check, aren't we?
Working on it.
All right.
Nice.
Jovan, where can people Twitter, social media. I know you guys got that too.
Who?
Social media at Jonesey and Brown on Instagram, on Twitter, or you
On
can always
X.
find me Jonesey _LJO.
No, we're not. It's
Yeah,
always
X.
Twitter, John.
It's-
We've had this
whatever,
conversation.
Twitter,
It's always
yeah.
Twitter. We're
Well,
always,
you know what I
At
call
least we
it.
got them to stop calling
No,
it
we're not.
Twit.
We're not doing that other.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
All right. I'm a guest in this house, so I'm not gonna disrespect.
Yeah, you're a guest in
I'm
my
not gonna
house.
disrespect
Like,
the
listen,
house.
I'm
I'm
fucking
not gonna
around.
disrespect the host. But Jonesey and Brown, BITW Sports. Download all our podcasts at bitwsports.com.
And if you're local, turn on Fox 29 weekday mornings, and you may get to see John on camera.
You might see me in the background laughing at somebody or making fun of someone, cracking jokes in the background every now and then when they let me in the studio.
When they let you in the studio. Jovan, where can people find your work?
For sure. I'm surprised Jonathan didn't say Black Planet because I'm surprised he didn't say that for his.
Oh my God. But brother, you know me so well, man. we really have been cool. We really have been cool for a long time.
And there it is. There we finally have the Big Cool reference.
But yeah, you could follow me on Twitter, Jovan10. Same thing over at Blue Sky. Also, TotalSportsLive.com. Got some stuff up there, slowly but surely. UFL, if you're looking for that type of stuff, UFL betting content's up there. So yeah, a lot of good stuff. TotalSportsLive.com.
And Roy, same promo for you.
You can follow me on Twitter or Instagram at the BS Line. You can listen to me every Saturday, 10 a.m., 106.5 FM, Philly Cam Radio. That's the Broad Street Line. Me and my homie Chris, we chop it up about all things Philly sports. You can also catch me every now and then on PHLY Sports, filling in on the Sixers pre- and post-game show. My man Devon Givens. Hopefully we have some postseason Sixers to talk about coming up in the next couple of weeks.
We will. They're going to make the playoffs.
We should. We should know if it's a play-in or, whatever have you. But, yeah, we'll have some.
Shit, we are due for a family meeting soon, aren't we? God
Yeah. So you can check me out on PHLY every now and then, and some other things coming up. So just follow me on Twitter at the BS Line for everything that I have going on.
As far as this podcast, where you can listen to us. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, at Podcast, Spotify, full video episodes on YouTube every week, as well as Twitter, Blue Sky, TikTok, Instagram, Smokescreen, Carrier Pigeon, Wells Fargo. No. All links in descriptions. Gentlemen, thank you for indulging the more sportsy vibe that can come from this nerdy little podcast here.
It was fun.
Appreciate the invite. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Teeves and KidPhoenix, we will be back next week with a fresh episode. Shout out to Teeves wherever he is. Keep getting those checks, and we'll talk to everybody next week. Later, everybody.
I feel